it almost sickens me that they had absolutely no plan for Cena's farewell, where they're pulling out this match from their backside because the IWC wants it, because it'll be a great wrestling match.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone with Vince Russo for another episode of Writing with Russo. What do you think of NWO's theme song?
Oh, I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, very cool. Very, very, very cool.
I wonder who came up with, I know Jimmy Hart started doing a lot of WCW theme songs for a while, right? When he was there, because
Jimmy did my rip off of Iron Man. That's a Jimmy.
Oh, did he?
Hart. Yes,
that was Jimmy Hart did that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hold on, I got it. Hold on, I'll play a couple bars for you. There, this is Jimmy right here, man.
Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Hart, man.
All right. Very talented, man.
Yeah.
Very talented. Yeah. Yeah, so I wonder if he did that one too. I don't remember.
Good question, bro. Yeah, I don't know. Good question though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's talk about AJ Styles. Their son called out Triple H.
I'm gonna wear my Dudley glasses tonight. You ready? I've never worn these before. You ready, Chris? I'm gonna wear my Dudley glasses today. Yes.
Yeah. There was your Dudley intro.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes.
All right. Let's talk about. So what are you, Vince Dudley right now?
Yes.
Big Vince Dudley.
Yes.
big. I am Dr. Chris. I'm here with Big Vince Dudley.
I like that. That's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Big Vince Dudley.
Yeah,
yes.
Big Vince Dudley, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
like that.
Big Vince Dudley. This
Bro,
is right.
if you can't take me serious with these glasses, I'll take them off. Can you take?
It's fun, man.
You can talk to me seriously with these. All right, go ahead.
Vince, we were just talking about in the green room how long both of our days were.
Oh God!
If there's anything that I don't want to do now, is to seriously talk about wrestling.
Bro, I don't even. Bro, our days today combined, bro, what we went well over 24 hours. Combined.
Oh yeah, this is number 13 for me. So yeah. Yeah. All right, let's talk about AJ Styles' son. We talked about that in a previous show. AJ. Calling out Triple H as far as AJ's booking. And so John Cena made a stand and hashtag Cena versus Styles, and he said thoughts. And of course that generated, I think, 10 million viewers or something. Those two tweets alone, or something. It was in the millions. And so, of course, he says, I don't choose my opponents, but
who said this now?
Cena said that. John Cena said that.
Go ahead.
I don't choose my opponents, but I, even through tough times, always listens to the fans. AJ Styles, are you listening? Better yet, Triple H, are you listening? And of course, that generates a lot of reaction, and then made it official, and he said, I want to take Triple H. I want to thank Triple H for being flexible. AJ commented too on it. He agreed. And then John Cena said, I want to thank Triple H for being flexible here and rewarding this true driving force behind Cena versus Styles. The fans, 2 posts, over 10 million views. There we go. And so many of you let yourself be heard. WWE Crown Jewel Perth and AJ Styles, you will get my everything listening to our audience. Yada, 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 as far as listening to the audience. So a lot of the IWC reacted very positively and said, hey, we did it. Our voice was heard again. So a lot of the response from the IWC was, we did it again. And we got heard.
Good for them. Yep. And they did. Good for them. Rightfully so. Bro, I swear, it almost sickens me that they had absolutely no plan for Cena's farewell, where they're pulling out this match from their backside because the IWC wants it, because it'll be a great wrestling match. And Chris, I will even give them the benefit of the doubt. I will even give them the benefit of the doubt because we know it is crystal clear. Something happened with The Rock. Cena turning heel, Rock never showed up again. So there's no question something went south. And listen, Chris, you can't plan on something going south. So if something goes south, it's going to go south. I understand that, bro. This is wrestling. Stuff happens all the time. But that's when you go to plan B. And especially if plan A goes south, you're going to put a little extra thought into plan B.
Sure.
So we've seen them turn Cena back babyface for no reason, nothing. And now in his farewell tour, I think with 6 dates left or something, we're down to booking him in good wrestling. That's atrocious. Like that is absolutely atrocious. This is John Cena we're talking about, man. This isn't some jabron. This is John Cena, and you couldn't have a solid plan for this guy for 3 months, whatever it was.
Yeah. I mean, to your point, Vince, you couldn't have a solid plan for this guy for a year, really, because I think it was last summer that he announced that he was going to have a farewell tour in 2025. So he's known this, by the time his farewell tour end, it would be a year and a half before he announced it. And so you coming to tell me in a year and a half, because he left for the rest of the year. He didn't come back. And then he started the tour in January. So you're coming to tell me a year and a half after making this thing official that what we get is I'm going to turn heel and then I'm going to turn babyface again just to give Lesnar a spot to make this ESPN deal worth something as far as star power, just to put over Brock Lesnar in dominant form, just to say, oh yeah, I just got beat up by Brock Lesnar. By the way, let's do AJ Styles. Like, I just don't understand that.
Chris, everybody say whatever you want to say about me. I am still holding out. And Chris, I always give them the benefit of the doubt. That's why I just said they had a plan A and something clearly happens, and stuff happens in wrestling all the time. But now I'm going to say this because I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt again. The only way I could see Lesnar dominating Cena the way they did is if it comes back full circle and Cena wants one last shot at him, and that's the last match. Mm-hmm. I can see that if they do that. And I'll be honest with you, man, I really hope they do that. Because if they don't do that, like, you just absolutely bury John Cena, like, for no reason whatsoever, man.
All for the almighty dollar, man, just to make themselves look good for the ESPN partnership.
Well, I'll tell you what didn't make. I don't know if you got these numbers or not, Chris. Did you get the numbers of the subscriptions they got on for this first show?
I haven't looked at that yet.
Take it. What would you think? Was the subscriptions to the ESPN app for WrestlePalooza?
How much did WWE draw? How much did WWE?
How many people bought it? How many people bought it? How many subscribe? How many subscribe to the channel? Yeah, how many subscribe to the channel? Yeah,
I'd say 1.5 million.
40,000. Now again, I'm gonna give them, Chris. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because they did push the date up.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a lot of people had a hard time figuring it out. Mm-hmm. So I would expect the next month to be higher. But, bro, can you imagine being ESPN and you shelled over $1.6 billion and you see that number of 40,000?
That's true. Especially because the app's like $30. But the thing is, though, is that a lot of people already have it through their subscribe, through their network provider. You know what I mean? As far as, especially if you have a streaming service, you already have it, because I have a streaming service and it just came up in the list in the program list. You know what I mean? It said WrestlePalooza, so I didn't have to get an article. I mean, a subscription, an app. And so, to your point, if all of that only brought in 40,000 plus 30, whatever that is, that math is, that is not a good return on investment at all whatsoever, man.
And then on top of that, you had that ESPN reporter give it a grade of a C.
Yeah.
That's see, this is what we should be talking about, because that's really interesting. This should be the topic of conversation, Chris.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that, because that's on our list here as far as what to talk about. But I do think, go ahead, Vince.
Well, I want to say this, Chris. People have to understand this. That you got to understand this. For years and years and years and years, the WWE was on the USA Network. Now, guys, I am telling you firsthand, because I was consulting for USA. The tail was wagging the dog. They were scared to death of Vince McMahon. They were scared to death to ever say anything. This was the only show on the network that drew. So they were 1,000% in the driver's seat, okay? So that's what they were used to. Oh, we're the WWE. Okay, bro, well, let's look at what happened. Then you go to Fox. Fox ain't the USA Network. And look what happened on Fox. And that's what that was my first thought when I saw that ESPN rating. My first thought, or grade, whatever you want to call it, my first thought is that is ESPN saying,
yes,
we are ESPN. We don't do mediocre here. Yep. If you think you're going to phone it in and send in whatever, then guess what? We're going to grade the show and you're going to be embarrassed. They've got to understand, man, places like Netflix and places like ESPN, I think their standards are a little higher than the USA Network. But I'm telling you, Chris, they still got that mentality of we are the WWE. Brother, you ain't bigger than ESPN. You're not bigger than Netflix. Yes. And they're playing now with different players. And so far, Chris, from what we've seen, they've not changed their game.
True. And you know what's so interesting about what you said about that article? I've written for Sports Illustrated and Fox Sports before, so I definitely understand as far as just, big name sites, prominent sites, their protocol as far as just approving, an article. You go through the editing process, they read it, they approve it, and if it's an op-ed, you usually have the disclaimer. The views expressed by this person does not reflect, ESPN or its affiliates, right? It's something to that nature. There was no disclaimer on this article. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't hey, this is what a contributor is saying as far as an op-ed piece. No, there was no distinction there. Oftentimes when you do op-eds for reputable, like huge reputable sites, they don't want that, they don't want to say, well, this is what we represent. But if there's no distinction, you are saying to a degree, sure, this is what we represent as a whole. Yeah. So he's not only writing for himself in an opinion piece, he's writing on behalf of ESPN. Hence the reason why they didn't put that disclaimer on there. So certain subtle things like that matters. And that's one of the first things I saw, understanding how this process goes. if it's an op-ed piece, they're going to write a disclaimer on there, and they didn't. So that even legitimizes ESPN even more to me.
And guys, I'm talking about this. Like, think about this. Think about this. Think about when we've got the brand split. So, John Cena, is never on Raw or whatever. Bro, can you imagine if the top stars are not on ESPN? And WWE trying to tell them about the brand. Oh no, he's on the other show. Right. And the ESPN people say, wait a minute, there's one company here. What can you imagine them trying to again, bro? Now convincing USA of that logic, no problem. You got two. You're gonna tell ESPN that, and they're gonna sit there with a straight face and go along with.
Yeah, 100%. Especially with how much we paid you.
Exactly.
You think I give a crap about a brand split?
Exactly.
You better have a super show, man, for what I paid you. So.
Yep. Exactly.